Hi, everyone. Oops. No. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Gleam Girls TV. This is episode 8. I am Valicia Hill, and I am going to be joined here shortly with my partner in fashion crimes and other things, Miss I Tara. We're waiting on her to get here. But today's show is going to be all about hot flashes. Yes, those things that happen when you're over 50. But today, because we're doing a play on words, Hot Flash is going to be all about little subjects that we just do our little hot takes on hot topics. So, Tara, where are you? Okay, so we're waiting and waiting and waiting. Let's see where she is. Oh, here she is. Tara, where are you?
Hello.
Oh, look at the baby. Oh, gorgeous. Hello, springtime.
Oh, well, as you know, this is my homage to Salt Lake City.
Um, oh, the garden party. The garden party.
Yes, girl, yes.
Yes, I love it. I absolutely love it. I
Adorable.
love it. Oh, you look so pretty, Itara. So pretty. Okay, so speaking of Itara being on camera, I am not going to be on camera today because I do not look pretty. I worked my ass off yesterday. Too much for this 55-year-old chocolate princess. To the point that I said, nope, I am going to record this in robe, hair tied up. I don't even want to be on camera. So, Itara, you're bringing all the pretty. You're going to bring it all today. You're going to do the workload of 255. Well, no, you're not 55. God forbid if I say you're 55.
I know. I'm like,
250 plus chicks. So, everyone, welcome to Gleam Girls TV. This is the number one podcast for women, or as we like to say, still girls over 50. We are still very much young at heart. And today, Tara already told them that we're titling it. I am working on that word, hot flashes, because this is our hot takes on a myriad of hot topics. So, Tara, take the lead, my dear.
yes, my darling. Okay, so we're going to switch it up because of my homage to Salt Lake City. We're going to put our hot flash on pause. Ha ha ha.
Okay. Okay.
And we are going to go jump into Bravo, the Bravo of it all. Felicia came up with this great name, Bravo to Bravo, right?
Thank you, my dear.
Bravo is doing amazing. Of course, our top number one of the week, in the past week, is Salt Lake City, everyone. I'm going to ring my bell. Salt Lake City is on fire. Okay. So, of course, my homage to the garden party because everybody had me gagging, especially Meredith. Oh, girl. So, I'm actually going to kick it off to you and tell me what did you think about Salt Lake City this past week? What were your highlights? Let it flow, girl.
Well, first of all, speaking of Meredith, I cannot with her outfit. I cannot. Meredith has a fashionable gay son. I cannot believe that she did not Zoom with him. And if he gave his approval on that denim flower wannabe Bronwyn outfit, it is what if it's not couture, it's trash can chic. I don't know. The denim, the flowers with the matching boots. It was, you know how people like to say people are like the Timu version. Yes, she was the Timu version. She was trying to match Bronwyn's couture. She doesn't have the money. She doesn't have the style. And listen, I am the queen of high-low fashions, but that looked like it came straight from Fashion Nova. And maybe I'm trashing Fashion Nova because I got some cute shit from Fashion Nova. What is
Don't
it?
Nova like that, V.
Did you see it?
Did I? That's why I want to get your take first. You're the fashionista. So when I looked at it, I started laughing. To me, it was like if she was on Saturday Night Live and it was like Tina Fey came out in this, I would have been like, absolute bravo, beautiful. It was comedic genius. Because, girl, the outfit was a disaster. But then when they panned down, I said, not the boots. I mean, all she needed was a flower in her mouth. I mean, it was so bad that I'm like, come on. And she was serious. And you could tell the girls like kind of paused. And,
Yeah.
let me tell you, they have the best, other than we have the best producers. Salt Lake City is number two because they let Bronwyn come in first. Right.
Hmm.
And Bronwyn looked fabulous. Like, yes, but it was couture and it was, we don't, come on, money's money. That shit spanked. That was good. And then in comes, she was in a drag show. Like, I'm like, are you in drag? Her son, I'm sorry, I'm taking a gay like badge off of you.
And this is a complete gay pride month. He
Fired.
I mean, only thing was missing was a matching handbag. She had the thigh high boots, she had the denim jacket with I mean, I could just tell when she walked in and she went and stood so proudly next to Bronwyn. I just was like, no, honey, this is not it. And I don't want to harp on her too long, but I want to get on Bronwyn.
We need
Bronwyn
to.
had on the
Yes, we
flower.
are. I did some hot glue and shit. We're fucking harping on this bitch.
Yeah, we are. So then Bronwyn had on the beautiful coat that had all the roses on it. And then when she took off the coat, the dress was just covered in butterflies. I mean, I don't know if you could hear me clap, but bravo, bravo, Bronwyn. Seriously, bravo, bravo. It just was the
Yeah.
chef's kiss, as people like to say. Really,
Yeah.
she
Sorry.
understood the assignment.
She
I don't
really,
know. Hey, I live in a city. I don't know if you can hear these fire trucks going by, so my
no,
bad.
no, not at all.
Okay, good, good,
Great.
good, good.
Didn't hear anything at all. And same thing if you can hear back here, because I'm in the hot of the, the armpit over here of the South. It's hot as can be, so I've got fans going, everything blowing. Yeah, no, I'm harping on her. I'm sorry. Like that was the most ridiculous outfit. It was like comedic relief because she was so serious, and she's such a serious housewife. But
Right.
I don't know. People find her campy. I don't get her appeal. I think she's boring, and her fashion is terrible. And yeah, her gay son should be fired. I'm sorry. That was terrible. Absolutely terrible. And I'm sorry. I have to shout out Mary. She said she looked like a walking virus. I
Okay,
I
that's kind of funny.
Oh, and wait a minute. I forgot to tell you this part, and I did tell you this. I zoomed
What?
in. She had makeup all
Oh
over her
yeah.
flowers and on her color, the bronzer, so it looked dirty. Like you know how girls are tricking out in the we've seen
Yes, yes,
unfortunately, and they
yes.
look great for like the first 24 hours, and they start looking like dirtier and dirtier. I can't. I
It
can't.
was, you know what it reminded me of, like black women's pain back in the day when the only makeup that we had was fashion fair, and fashion fair makeup was notorious for getting all over the collar of your shirts and your clothes. You touch your face, you touch the sofa. I mean, you were leaving your mark everywhere. Fashion fair was notorious for coming off on your hands and getting all over your clothes. So when you sent that to me, I said, I was like, what does this remind me of? And I was like, oh my God, this is fashion fair makeup. And as you know, Miss Etna used to love her some fashion fair makeup. When I tell you, my mom's clothes used to look just like Meredith's, covered in
Okay.
makeup. So I don't know what Meredith's excuse is, because I know as white as she is and in cold ass Utah, I don't, as you told me, it was bronzer. You know the white girl world. I don't. So that was bronzer, powder, what?
I don't know. But my grandma, speaking of fashion or fashion flair, right? What was it called?
Fashion fair cosmetics.
Fashion fair. So my grandma in South America is really dark skinned, and she had this stuff that damn near was shoe polish. Same thing. It was like it would rub off on. She'd kiss us, and we'd be like, "Oh my God!" And it would be like we'd have a beard, the thing on the stuff. And she didn't take it out often, but if there was like a party or somebody's birthday or some special event, and we
She was
used to,
getting dressed.
because that stuff would smear. It would literally be like shoe polish. It would smear all over the place. So
Oh
I
yeah.
feel
Oh
you. Oh
yeah.
Meredith, you got too much money for this. This.
Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Okay.
Any.
Who are we moving on to next? Are we
So
staying there? Oh, do you want to talk about the psychic? What'd you think of him and his skills? And
you know what? I can you I hello okay, thank God for you. How about me, the psychic? Wasn't even gonna talk about it. Okay.
because I don't think it was that memorable. Well, his cards were.
Oh Lord, have
Go, go,
mercy.
go,
And
go,
okay,
Arthur.
I don't know. He seemed like a sweet man. I don't know about him. Some things he touched upon. Now I'm psychic. I can tell right away in 5 minutes who's a bad psychic. And me being a psychic, I have gone to many, many psychics. I have gotten swindled from psychics, believe it or not. Because when people go to psychics, you're in a bad place. And when I was a baby
You're
psychic,
vibrating low. So what do you expect to bring in?
and that's the whole reason I wanted to be a psychic or wanted my gifts is because people have helped me. And I said, oh my God, I knew it, you know. And
Hmm.
anyway, off of that topic, that's a whole nother topic. But he seemed like a sweet man. Some things hit I mean, you're on camera, honey. Can you just iron your clothes? If you flew from New York, it looked like he walked in like with a backpack from New York, and his cards were dusty and dirty. Like I literally I gasped this whole segment. I gasped because I had to stop it. Like I it took me probably 3 hours to get through it because I would stop and I'd be like, what is she wearing? I'd stop and what did she say?
Hmm.
Stop. What are his cards? And I'd go back. So as a psychic, for us cards, it's a religion, right? It's like a
Yeah.
Bible. That is an oracle for us. You have to keep it like actually wrapped. I keep mine in my drawer. I don't leave them out. I sage them. They are sacred. They are talking to God. It's like a Bible. You know what I mean? So for him
Yeah.
to show up with these dusty, folded cards, I think he's a wonderful guy. But also, too, I thought to myself, would I ever go on because my girlfriend said, you should do that. I don't know that I would trust Bravo because what if they gave me like a shady edit? You know what I mean? And this is my gift. Like I'd
Mm.
be mortified. Like, would they do that to a minister? Would they do that to a priest? I don't know.
That's the problem with reality TV because they
Thank
make you sign your life away, and unfortunately, you don't get editing. You don't get control of editing. So in turn, you lose control of your narrative. And I think this is a perfect segue. Speaking of not having editorial control and they can do whatever they want to do with the footage, we may be jumping around, but do you want to get into how they did Stacy? Speaking of,
you know what? Let's go ahead and do it. Look, this is my Capricorn. She said I was supposed to, she's taking over, taking
I'm
control.
sorry, you do. We can circle back. We can circle
No,
back.
girl, go ahead. I love it. I love it, girl. You're absolutely because look, you remember the psychic thing. So go. Let's do it. The hot breath of Stacy of it all.
Uh,
So,
Go
um,
ahead.
okay. It's funny because off camera, you showed me this funny high fashion of a woman in a mask like Kanye, and I made
Mm-hmm.
a little joke of like that should be her. So Stacey Rush from this is Real House of Potomac now. We're off Salt Lake City for a moment. Oh, I gotta tell you, so like we were like bravo to bravo. Andy, sit down. Take many seats. This was mean. And this is a good psychic tie. Good thinking, Vane. Here, we're gonna go from the psychic of it all.
Because it ties in, you can't control the narrative and they can do whatever they want to do with the footage.
It's not even about that. I'm going to tie it to the psychic
Ooh,
energy of it all. Forget the narrative. Why things hit different and feel different. And I don't give a shit. You can gaslight anybody that you want. It's the energy. Okay. We can
yes.
make fun, like we can make fun of Meredith, but we're not being mean. The thing with Stacy was mean. It hit below the belt. It was something to do with hygiene. Coming from a white man to a black woman, that did not sit well with me. Okay.
Hmm.
It felt weird. It hit weird to me. And they kept jumping on it because it was, first of all, the nastiest man on the planet, Jeff Lewis. Okay. And then Andy Cohen. And when Andy Cohen's with him, it's like he brings him down. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you go, you tell me I was saddened. Boo.
And who was the housewife that was on there? What's her name? Uh, I
That
forget
was
her.
talking about Stacey. I don't
Yeah,
remember.
she was on it. She's the young one who just got a divorce from the white
Oh,
guy.
Ashley Darby.
Ashley Darby was sitting there between them, and it just was not funny. And I just remember going to myself, "No, this isn't right." And then production put up the photo. You may have already done it, but because I'm not on camera, I can't see it. But the meme they created with the hot breath meme, it felt like middle school
Yeah.
bullying.
And that's it. The energy hit like bullying. I didn't like it. And our Ashley Darby can hit low. She can hit low. You know what I mean? But this is
Yeah,
just that's not right. No.
no,
Sorry. No,
no.
sorry, not sorry.
So,
No,
so to tie this back into what you were saying, you're absolutely right, is that you don't know how they're going to make you come off. You do one little thing and they will harp on that. And then all of a sudden you're, I mean, like this is going out into the universe. This is all over the world. So now you got all these people all over the world. I guarantee you, Stacey is getting stopped when she's out on the street and they'll be like, does your breath stink? You know how people can be cruel and mean. You know, and she talks to anyone, they're going to be like, well, I didn't smell her breath. I guarantee you this is going to follow her. That's what makes it so bad, you know?
and her children, like she's got children. Like what the heck?
Yeah.
Like that's horrifying, you know? And we had a little snippet of this back in Miami. I know you didn't watch Miami from the beginning. I did a whole rewatch during COVID. Thank you, bravo. But Brandy Glanville, okay, this is gonna cross over from Beverly Hills to Miami. Beverly Hills, Brandy Granville, they got in a suit with a model over breath somewhere else or a smell somewhere else, which is horrific.
Vaginal odor. We
Yep,
can say it.
yep,
Okay.
yep, yep. So it was disgusting, and even then I was disgusted. Brandy again on Watch What Girl.
What?
It was on Watch What Happens Live.
There you go.
Steve Cohen is the
I
oh my
think he's drinking. I think he's drinking
he
before the
is
show, and he's way, way,
girl. That's the
way too
common
loose.
denominator or the common cold, whatever you want to call him. No, no,
Yeah.
no, thank you.
Well, speaking of Beverly Hills, remember the psychic they had on there who predicted whatchamacallit's marriage, saying her husband would never satisfy her? That psychic who started drinking and so. So I think psychics on the shows are really good, but they didn't put her in a bad light. They always bring her back up when they're because now that whatchamacallit is getting a divorce, she told her your husband will never satisfy you. Remember
Are,
that psychic?
Yeah, do I remember it? It's because this is when I was coming out as a psychic. Okay, first of all, not put her in a bad light. I would have left the country the way she was smoking the cigarette, and she's like, "Oh," I would have died because here's another thing too with being psychic is when we drink, oh, and it's
Mauricio and whatchamacallit. That's whose marriage I'm talking about.
yeah,
Mauricio
yeah,
and
Mauricio and Kyle. So she was right
yes.
about that, but her behavior was psychotic. Like she would meet, you're not supposed to be going after people, you're not supposed to be drinking. And that's another thing too, when you're doing readings, you can have a couple of drinks, but if you're drunk, what happens is you have to understand it's like you're shifting, like you're almost like bringing stuff in. And I could tell, and I was mortified. And I thought, is that what I look like when I'm out drinking? Because sometimes I'm out drinking and I'll see somebody and I'll be like, hey, hey, and the next day I feel really ashamed that I do that, but I can't help it because I'm open like a portal.
Right.
But I can't help it like because I'm a little drunk, I can't close it and refine it or just say no. So, oh, I was mortified. Alison Dubrow, I will never I swear to you, because of her, I don't think I'll ever like want to be on camera doing that on Bravo. No, thank you.
Let me ask you this.
Mhm.
Do you think that when you do have the ability to tap into the other side, that when you start drinking, some of those spirits who like to drink kind of take over? Like they can get in easier because your guard is down? Talk to me on that, Miss Tara.
Yes, absolutely. And this is where people, I get it, like people that are holy rollers or like Mary. Mary is like the soothsayers. They're not all wrong. Okay. So when you contact the other side, it is a portal that we're opening. And just like any door, if you open your front door, dust can come in, bugs can come in, a snake can come in, but also good air can come in and good things can come in. When you
That's a
open,
hell of an analogy. I
yeah.
love that.
So, so when you open that door, you have to do a lot of work on yourself, number one. And number two, depending on your body, what your body is, if you're tired, because listen, I've brought in spirits that weren't good spirits, and I know I can hear them for a while. They try to trick you, and then I know now. I've been doing this for 20 years. I'm a professional, right? But
Mm,
yeah, I can see where people get scared. Absolutely. And that's why when I'm drinking, right? And I'm gonna be really, really real here. You're as a psychic, you're not supposed to drink at all. And I don't know if that's gonna happen because I got psychic eye Tara, and then you got party eye Tara that are like, I don't know about that. And
right.
I'm going to be honest with you. Let's get really real here. I battle this a lot. I battle this a lot that I should not drink at all. But I love good wine. I love good cheese. So I battle myself because it is a hazard. It is like yeah, an occupational hazard if you are drinking. You can get bad spirits and spirits hang around. Why do they call them spirits? Right? Like the
Spirits. We call alcohol spirits.
right.
Ooh,
So,
good
and
one.
low level spirits, people that are trapped, stay in bars, stay in like hotels, anywhere there's alcohol and low level vibrations, you know what I mean? That's where they stay trapped. And alcohol is a depressant. So when you get drunk, you got to be very careful. So if you,
Sinners.
huh?
Sinners, the movie. Ugh,
Oh, oh,
I know we're gonna get way off when we go on Sinners. We need to do an entire podcast on Sinners because the metaphors in that movie is so profound to me. It's so
we
profound. We need to do an entire podcast on the movie
did that
Sinners.
on our Halloween one, but it scared me.
Yes.
It scared me to, it scared another one. Five, it took me like 3 days to watch it. You're like, girl, the movie was an hour and a half. It scared me to death. And you were like, it's not scary. I'm like, to you, to me, it's me. Like when I tell you scared me to death, like scared me.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's, you know what? Definitely put a pin in that. I'm writing that down now. We are discussing because I know
Right.
us, we'll be like, what did we say we were going to discuss on Halloween? Sinners, baby. Okay. What's next, Mama?
Okay, I do want to go back to Salt Lake City for 1 second.
Okay.
Speaking of psychic and triggering, please, we have to talk about Bronwyn's mom.
Oh, talk about a spirit. Ooh, she's dead inside. Oh, okay. I will I will tell you what happened to me as I was watching it. I just could feel I'm an empath anyway, but Bronwyn's pain. And when you are a mother and your child is sitting in front of you in tears, trying to hold back tears and still be respectful, and that doesn't move you in any shape, form, or fashion. And I love the necklace.
Oh, I was going to tell you later. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. And then your daughter is recalling a story about how you literally singled her out. You had two other girls who, in the mom's eyes, had the babies the right way. But Bronwyn went to college, Brigham Young, BYU. I mean, come on. And then Bronwyn got pregnant. And here's what kills me with these holy rollers. You either had the baby or she could have had an abortion. She would have been pissed either way. You know what I mean? But Bronwyn decided to have the baby at a young age. She was 18. And the shopping trip that she described with her mother and how her mother, they were at Gap and was buying baby clothes. And basically, make a long story short, the mother refused to buy Bronwyn's baby clothes because she didn't like the fact that she was having a. I mean, I don't. I could cry now. Go. I'm gonna shut up because it just pisses me off all over again.
Yeah, that was another scene. It was another episode that between you and I, well, you know this. I had to fast forward it. This
Yeah.
brought up a lot of trauma. I also suffer from a very like a childhood with a female figure, my mother that's very Christian and very judgmental. A- And this really triggered me because this was my whole life. It's like
Yeah.
it's like their shame they put it on you and it's like they're jealous of you, they're angry, and the way that brought first of all, Bronwyn is an angel that made me like love her, and I can see now why. You see how Todd is sort of elusive to her of giving her praise, like it's like he's never happy. And
Yeah.
now psychologists say we don't go for love, we go for familiarity. And
Hmm.
God is familiar to her, someone
Yeah.
who kind of looks down a little bit and judges, and I don't like
And
this.
she's trying to please them.
Oh, thank you. And I was, you and I have known each other since we were babies. You met me when I was 19, 20 years old. I was the
Hmm.
eternal little pleaser. I wanted to please everybody around me because no one's happy. And it really saddened me. And I, that woman, honestly, I was like, ew, because she's even worse than my own experience. Like even my, was not as bad
Yeah.
as that. But I said, you know what? God doesn't make mistakes because that woman is as beautiful inside as she is outside.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
okay, I don't want to like shame anybody, but the what came out of her mouth and what she looked like, the physicality of her, and that her granddaughter is going to hear that when she was brought into this world, aren't you supposed to be Christian? Aren't you supposed to love children? Should she
Right.
abortion? That you were punishing an unborn child. And I don't think Bronwyn was 18. I think she was like 22 and in college. She wasn't
Oh, okay.
15. Okay.
Okay.
Either way, I'm not saying that to you, but I get the shame. She's 13, 14, 15, but and then to put it on Bronwyn, you guess who should be ashamed? You. Guess who had a child that got pregnant under your watch? You.
Yeah, but
Like,
that was a conversation when Brahman was saying no matter how hard you tell your kids not to have sex and not to do this, they have to live their own life. And like I said, Christians have to make a decision. You either have the baby and you be there for them and you support them, or women are out here when they feel like they don't have a choice and they don't want to bring a child into this world and like, like have it live a bad life, and then they choose to end that pregnancy. We have to love people either way. And if you're a Christian, isn't that what you're supposed to do? But I want to fast forward to the mother knocking Bronwyn off her high horse, saying, "Well, I don't want to pump you up too much. I don't want to get you full of yourself." And I'm like, that is your number one job as a mother.
thank
That
you.
is what you're supposed to do. You are supposed to pump up your fucking children. And I'm not saying everyone wins a trophy that much pumping up, but that is your number one job. If you don't do anything else, you are supposed to raise that child and make them feel good about themselves, instill self-love and self-esteem. And if it doesn't start at home, this is why people are out here on the streets and joining gangs or online trying to find a community. Everybody's just out here searching for love in any way they can find it. And if your mother says she doesn't want to make you feel too good about yourself, what the fuck? I Tara.
Preach, 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 preach. And also too, all these Christians and whatever, and I was raised a Christian, still am Christian. I still believe in Jesus. If you're out here saying that I want to see, are you fostering children? You should be out at every abortion place.
Right.
I'll take your kid. Let me foster your kid. I'll adopt. Are you doing that? I don't think so. Oh,
No, and you know what else they're not doing? So here's the vicious cycle. Here's how I think it's so diabolical. They don't want you to have an abortion. And now they also don't want you because their thing is as soon as that sperm hits the egg, that is the key. Boom, Big Bang Theory. There's life. They also now want to try to outban condoms, like any kind of birth control. And then on top of that, let's say we still have all that. Then you have the baby, but then they turn around and then they dog you out for being a single mom. They
they don't
cut any kind of help, aid and help. There's no Section 8 housing money anymore. They're literally are trying now. I think there's a proposal. Don't quote me on this because we're not getting into politics, but because the government is shut down, I believe starting November 1st, all SNAP programs are going to end. Like, yes, 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 yes. So we've cut U.S. all kind of aid, make it make sense. So you you cannot be pro-life when you don't help people live better lives. That's what pro-life means. Help me live a better life. You cannot talk out of both sides of your mouth. Because for me, as far as I'm concerned, you're talking out your ass. You guys, you're talking out your ass. You can't have it both ways. You can't be pro-life and then you don't want to feed hungry children. Make it make sense. But you're pro-life?
I'm shook at. So pro-life, I guess, is they hate children, I guess. You can't have them, you
No,
can't
but then
feed them. You
no,
can't, no, no, they don't want them. Let's be honest, you can't get pregnant. You
right,
can't even wear a condom. You can't have them. You can't birth them. You can't ask for help. You won't feed them. You won't school them. So
right.
you hate them. Oh, we got it. Okay, we got it now. We got it. We get it. You don't want kids.
Okay.
Got it.
Y'all hear this sound? This is me stepping down off my soapbox.
I love it.
Woo, we took a turn. We took a turn.
It's okay.
But
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
all
Okay,
right, Mama, what's next?
let's do a little cleansing because that girl, she makes Mama Joyce look like freaking, I don't know, Wendy Williams. I don't even know what to say. Okay. Okay. All right. On to Miami. Are you ready to go south, girl?
Yes, let me grab a mojito. What, Miami.
I got the
Okay.
waves. Okay. Miami. Oh, okay. Unfortunately, one of my least favorite is the star of the show of Miami. Everyone's talking about Julia, our little Russian doll or whatever you want to call her. I don't know what she is. She actually reminds me of those. They're called the Russian Matryoshka dolls. My daughter had them where you have a doll and you
Yes.
open it up and another one that is so Julia because you don't know who she is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like when you get down to the little last doll, she's gonna be like with a cigarette and like, like a hatchet or something because this woman is insane.
Okay, that is the perfect metaphor. I can see the visual. Even though I'm not on camera, I am seeing what you are putting down.
Oh, you see? And now I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna give my psychic hat off to V over here. She gets the crystal ball. when Julia came on, I'm gonna be honest. When I'm a really good psychic, but when I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm not 100%. I'm not.
You was drinking.
No, right? I probably would have been more on if I was drinking. I liked her when she came on. I liked her. I thought she was kooky and weird. I'll tell you why I liked her, because I live in the South. I have lived in Miami. So has Felicia. We've been in South Florida. South Florida is fake, fake, fake. The fake. I mean, even the mannequins have titties. Like the mannequins
Right.
stores have.
Right.
And
And hips and ass.
like the boobs that are like triple Z's. Okay, where the little girl I babysit was like, are those giant balloons like on the beach, and I go,
Yeah.
she was like, she couldn't believe it, like, look at those boobs, and I was like, come on, let's move it.
You know how bad our society is that we have even body dysmorphied mannequins.
Again, they have boobs, and not just boobs. I'm talking triple gazungas like this.
Yeah.
She was shook. Like, she probably went home and like had dreams about these crazy mannequins with these giant inflatable.
And then you got little girls trying to live up to look like a mannequin. Make that make sense. Like, can't make this shit up. Okay, I'm done. Here we go. Stepping down. Off the soapbox.
So anyhow, Julia, the Julia of it all. So now that we know about Julia, what's come out, the drama of it. I'm almost like exhausted from her. She has PTSD. So she says from this season, I have PTSD from her. As far as I'm concerned, she can go. So what I was going to say was where I was wrong, and I'm going to kick it to you, V, is that when she came on, I liked her. I thought she was weird and kooky, and she wasn't the fake that I see, right? Because I like real women. You're a fashionista, you're a model. You love to look beautiful, but internally, you're not fake.
Right.